Konnichiwa-san! Hello! Sorry I'm late. Can you guys hear it in my voice that I just woke up not that long ago? Good morning, everybody. Good morning for me, anyways. In my Ame time zone. That's right, because Ame morning time is 36 minutes ago. I had a corn dog and I didn't even brush my teeth. Anyways, today we're gonna be looking at a tier list, which I'm kind of nervous about because I don't think I've done one before, like ever. So that'll be fun. I've only watched Fauna do her tier list. But today we'll be doing a tier list about technology in the 90s. I was gonna do a cool effect. Wait. In the 90s. Would you guys agree that early 2000s also count as 90s or what? Do you guys agree with this statement or disagree? Technically speaking, obviously no. Yeah, it still counts. I think it still counts. Close enough, right? Not until, like, up until 2004. We'll say that, right? Because I started making this, you know, bank of things to put in the tier list, and I think I have some things in there that are not in the 90s, but 90% of it's in the 90s. 90% of it. Alright, let me just adjust something. Oops, not that. Papaya, 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 papa. Papaya, papaya. How'd you guys, how's the concert? I was gonna wake up for it. I fell asleep like a few minutes before it started. And, well, I was taking a nap, and then I woke up, and I was like, damn, I missed it. And then I went back to sleep. I missed the cool concert, but I'm gonna go watch it. I was gonna watch it before the stream, but obviously I woke up really late. Because in the past 3 days... Okay, since the last time I streamed, I had... Up until this last time that I slept last night, I had only slept for 8 hours in between the last time that I had streamed. Because I was playing Rust so much. And yeah, like the first day after I streamed on Sunday, I slept for 2 hours, 3 hours, and then I played Rust, and then I took like a nap, like a 4-hour nap, and I played Rust, and then I took like a 2-hour nap, and then I played Rust. So right now, I slept late, I think because I was like catching up on all my sleep. I was catching up on all the sleep that I should have had during my days off. But whatever, I feel fine now. Yeah. Alright, everything's ready. So, without further ado, sit down. And here's our tier list. We have the best, and pretty good, meh, and no thank you, and never again. Technology that we'll never have to use again. Alright. Actually, let me just fix something really quick. Much better. Hold on, it's gonna be messed up. Oh no, it's not. Okay. Alright, let us begin. Yes, I have a lot of stuff on here. By the way, before we begin, after this stream, I will read super chats during this stream, and then we're gonna play Switch Sports, which I don't have downloaded, but I'll do that during super chat reading time. It'll download fast. Shit. Oh, I'm not supposed to scroll. Sorry. Okay, no scrolling. You guys got a little sneak peek of the items. Alright, first up on the list, let us take a look at the corded phone. The phone! Do you guys see this? So this one's not very exciting, but this is the first one I have on the list. Actually, I really wanted to put this Mickey Mouse phone that I had, and it was a wired phone like this, a home phone. But obviously, for obvious reasons, I couldn't put that on the stream. So, yeah. I mean, corded phones, I kind of like the concept of them. You know, there's like a phone that's always there, and you don't have to worry about whether it's charged, whether you're gonna lose it, and you get to twirl it around your finger when you're talking to people. But I haven't used like a corded phone in a long time. Do any of you guys still have a corded phone like this? These are still around. Well, yeah, I guess all of this stuff is still around, sort of. Yes, oh, I saw one yes, but mostly no. Okay, a few yeses. I'll just put no thank you. Yeah, I think I could pass. Even though I do like the idea of it. You know, I think we've outgrown it. You know, we've out-evolved it, pretty much. Corded phone is gonna be obsolete if it's not already. One day, I guess businesses still use corded phones a lot too, huh? Well, then I'm drinking some tea. Oh, my sweet, sweet caffeine. I'm just kidding, it's just iced tea. It does have caffeine though. Okay. Alright, that was an easy one. That was the first one, that was easy. Yeah. Everybody would probably say no thank you to corded phones these days. Alright, now this next one. Have you guys seen this? Do you know what this is? This is, it's like, I forget the name exactly, but it's like a girl password encoded diary. And so when you would put in the password for this, it would open up and it had a notebook and it had a pen. And this was for, you know, teenage girls, where this was like a place where they could safely secure their diary so that nobody would find it and sneak into it. You never seen it? Yeah, it's kind of like a kid's toy, but this is definitely a 90s thing. I think this is the best. I didn't have one of these, but I had a friend who had one of these, and I thought it was really cool, just the contraption, because you put in the password. I don't remember. I think you have to say the password. I don't know, it's got like a little speaker thing. And then it opens up and it's like, ta-da! It's really cool. It's just a diary. Your sister had one? Yeah, it's cool. I never kept a diary. I mean, I think I tried at one point, but I would just write like nothing, like not even anything. I think I just would write down what I ate that day or something. Oh yeah, the commercials for it. Yeah, this one had a lot of commercials air for it. This one I'd say, since I never had it personally, but I thought it was pretty cool. But you know, I didn't really need one. I didn't really care for it too much. I put it in meh. I thought it was kind of cool. Okay, let's see. This next one. Da-da-da-da. This is the sidekick. Did any of you guys have a sidekick? I even got an image of one where it's like encrusted in the bedazzle. They had like skins for it. Yes. I really wish I had a sidekick. I love the sound that they make when they close. When you go cha-chung, cha-chung, cha-chung. You can like slide it up and down. I probably would, if I had a sidekick, I probably would have broke it from doing that too much. Oops. Because the sound is really nice. Yeah, they were fancy. They were expensive at the time. Like, I think around the time when sidekicks were popular, I was probably too young. Yeah, I was like too young to have one. But I was like, I want a sidekick. I want a sidekick as my first phone. I don't know. What would you guys say? Since I didn't have one, and I don't think I ever really got to use one, aside from knowing what it sounds like. Oh, that is true. Yeah, the tiny keyboard is so cute. What would you guys say? You know, for those of you that had a sidekick, you put it pretty good. Yeah, you could browse the internet and stuff on it. I think this would probably, like, out of all the phones around the time, aside from a BlackBerry, this probably would be the best one to browse the internet with, because then you have like the Razr or the Crazer, and they don't have keyboards like this, so it's kind of hard to, you know, type messages and stuff. Yeah, too poor, too young. Alright, well, I didn't have one, but if I did, I'd probably say, God damn, that was the best phone ever. Now, this is the phone I had. This phone is the LG chocolate. I actually think this is later than the 2000s. I'm just gonna put it here. We don't have to talk about it. I think this is after the 90s. Anyways, but this was the exact color I had too. This bright hot pink. It was, you know, it actually made a pretty good sound when it slid up and down too. But it didn't have any games on it. You know which phone had the best games in the 90s? This one right here. This one. Snake? I remember asking, like, because Auntie Watson had this phone. The Nokia. Auntie Watson had this phone, and it was like... Now I'm realizing that in the 90s... well, I suppose, yeah, in the 90s... Let's just say it was in the 90s. I was asking if you had games on your phone. I was asking her if she had games on her phone, but just so I could play Snake. And then I remember Brother Watson and I would take turns playing Snake on the Nokia. Yeah, so I'd have to say this one is the best. Because, I mean, it's a classic. It's so good. Uncontested, the best, the indestructible, legendary Nokia. Just for the Snake game. Alright, there. We have one in each tier, unintentionally. Hi, Bubba. Bubba's upset. What is it? I gave you a piece of corn dog. Had a big dinner last night. I gave you breakfast in a little bit. Bubba, are you saying hi? Look at the tier list, Bubba. What do you think? You didn't exist yet during this technology stuff, but you don't care. Can you hear his nose sniffing? I heard it. What are you looking for? I don't have any treats up here. Sniff, 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 sniff. I can smell. You have something on your desk. No, Bubba. There's nothing. There's no treats on the desk. What are you doing? He's just sitting. Alright, get out of here then. I don't have any food up here. I have iced tea, but dogs cannot drink that, I think. He wants a Nokia. Alright, well, on the topic of dogs, did you guys ever have one of these robot dogs? They made like this little sound like... And then they just like kind of... I don't know, they flexed like their legs? Like they would like move up and down, kind of like a stretch. I would beg like for Christmas. I would beg, oh, I want the robot dog, I want a robot dog. And they'd always come out with new robot dogs. You know, nowadays they have robot dogs that are like $4,000. Hey, Baba, you are not a robot dog, or are you? You trying to tell me something? This robot dog in particular, I actually had this one. I really like this look of the transparent plastic, like the see-through plastic, but it was like dyed, like the blue ears and stuff. I really like that look. I would say for this dog, I'd put it in meh. I didn't hate it, but I thought it was really cute and cool at the time. Oh, Kiara, did you have a robo dog? Yeah, You thought they were dumb? No, they were cute. What did the dog even do? Well, the dog barks, and there's like this little bone that you could put in its mouth, and it was like magnetic, and it would know when the bone was in its mouth, and then it would like get excited, I guess. So pretty much it just make noises and then like kind of move. Some of them could walk, sort of, and they'd wag their tail, and their ears would go, their ear flaps would go up and down, and you could hear this little mechanical like zzz, zzz, zzz. Yeah, it didn't really do much, to be honest. Although, like, later, like, after 2010, they had a lot of these dogs where you could connect it to, like, an MP3 player, and then the dog would kind of, like, move around and react to the music. So those are pretty cool. It's like a Mech Bubba. Alright, Alright, hold on. Speaking of Bubba, I'm gonna give him some dry food really quick. I'll be right back, okay? I'm sorry, less than 1 minute. Or actually about 1 minute. Hold on. I'll be right back. Kiara, keep them entertained. Okay, I'm back. Sorry. All right, where were we? What did Kiara say? What are you guys saying in the chat, huh? Hi. Okay. Next up. What are you guys talking about? Alright, since I had to go feed Baba, you also have to feed these. Do this next. The Tamagotchi. What do you guys think? Tamagotchi belongs in which tier? The best? Huh? I don't know. I liked Tamagotchis, but I only ever had like maybe one at a time or so. I was jealous of people that could collect like a shit ton of them. I'd be like, I want Tamagotchi. It's $15. That's expensive. At the time. The Tamagotchis, they're really cute. I thought it was really cool too when they updated it so that you could touch that Tamagotchi to like somebody else's Tamagotchi. And they would like, you know, they would touch the tips and then your Tamagotchis could like hang out or something and then you get like a little present. I have to say the best or pretty good. Oh yeah, they had bootleg Tamagotchis too, that's true. No, they didn't battle. They were cute, but my Tamagotchis always died. And, you know, why haven't they released like a more updated Tamagotchi where it's kind of like hyper realistic? I want 3090 graphics in the palm of my hand just for my Tamagotchi. So I'm gonna put it in pretty good. Yeah. Not the best, but I'll say pretty good. Tamagotchis are so cute though. I love the design. The designs of all the Tamagotchis are so cute. I love the colors, like the pastel colors. They had different design shells you could get. So cool. Digimon toys. Hold on, let me look up. What are some of the Digimon toys? Digimon toy. Oh, right. They had like the, That's right. The little digital monsters. The Digivice. Yeah, I don't have that on the list right now. Unfortunately, no Digimon toys on this list. But I do have now. This, you know, for reasons, I only put a knockoff controller to show here for this. But this in general is supposed to be, you know, the N64. So yeah, obviously no argument here. definitely going in the best. I actually don't have any that I don't really have many game related things. The only other game related thing I have on here was the Game Boy SP, but I'm pretty sure that was like early 2000s, right? But also, I love the sound of this, and it was the predecessor to the DS, so obviously this also goes in the top. There's no other game consoles. I do have other things on here though. Hold on, let me drink some tea. The SP, the best. I think, yeah, so let's see, Brother Watson had a Game Boy SP and a Game Boy Advance, and we'd have to share it, and it'd be like, it's my turn on the Game Boy! It's my turn! And then we would like fight over it, and I'm pretty sure we were fighting over the Game Boy SP at one point. And you know how like the screen opens and closes and the hinges got really loose, and I'm pretty sure we broke it. And then we got a new one. Because I think, yeah, at first we had the silver one, which didn't last long. And then luckily enough, we were able to get another one. A blue one. It happened to your DS. Yeah, I was really pretty lucky having a lot of the Nintendo consoles growing up. Like I had the N64, I had the NES, and we had a Game Boy Color. I don't think we ever had like the... Oh wait, no, we had Game Boy and the Game Boy Color, and then the Advance, and then 2 SPs, and then one year for Christmas, I got the DS with Nintendogs, and then also we had the GameCube, so pretty lucky. Oh, those were the days. Brother Watson and I would go searching for the Christmas presents, and I remember we found in Mom Watson's closet the DS, and I was like, oh my god. And we had a Sega. That was the first console I ever played on. I didn't grow up with the PlayStation. I had like a cousin Watson had the PS1, and we would go over and we'd play Spyro and WWE games on it. And that was all I ever saw of the PlayStation 1 until we had a PlayStation 2, in which we did spend quite a lot of time with the PlayStation 2. The Gamer Origins, that's right. Which Sega? Sega Genesis. Only Sega Genesis. Yeah, I still have my cartridges for it. I got Mortal Kombat and Sonic. I think those are the only Sega Genesis cartridges that I have, but they were like the original ones that I had since I was a kid. The Sega Genesis. No, I didn't say it right. You guys are messing with me. I didn't say that, did I? Okay. Moving on. Also game related. The console of your hand. Bop It. Dude, I love Bop It. Like, I want to Bop It today. I want to buy a Bop It today and play it. Because I loved it. I think Bop It will probably have to go in the best. Because it's so satisfying. Actually, I remember it was only a few years ago. They, like, came out with a Happy Meal. That was, like, a mini Bop It. And it did, like, all the same clicks that, like, a regular Bop It would do. And it was really satisfying. I have it somewhere. It makes a really nice sound. It's like a little fidget Bop It. So I'm gonna put Bop It in the best because I would like speedrun this shit. I try to go as fast as possible. We should have a Bop It stream. I wonder if we can get permissions to Bop It. Although maybe it actually for like a 3D stream it probably would be possible. I'll just put a tracker on it and then we'll superimpose it on like a 3D model, but we need Bop It permissions. This is actually a knockoff Bop It, so this doesn't say Bop It. Don't worry, I've edited it. I mean, don't worry. This is a knockoff Bop It. It's not the real Bop It. We're just saying Bop It a lot. Okay. God, I need to stop. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna put it in the best because it was really fun. Well, actually, to be honest, I don't remember ever having a Bop It myself, but when I'd go to the store, you know, as kids, you beeline for the toy section. Oh my god, can we see the toys? Can we see the toys? And then Bop It was like one of the ones where I would spend, like, Brother Watson and I would spend like 10 minutes in front of in the store and we'd just be playing. That and like the Simon Says little console. Now Bop It, I think, Bop It was in the 90s, wasn't it? Not in the 2000s, like some of these that I've put up here. Twist it! Pull it! Yeah. We're counting up to 2004's 90s. 1996. Nice. Okay, on the topic of games, do you guys remember this? This is a... I actually forgot the specific name for it, but it's a light up pad. It's kind of like, now that I think about the feeling of pressing on it, it's like a little MIDI pad. This is Lights Out. Yeah, so it's a handheld puzzle game that was pretty popular in the 90s. And what would happen is that some squares would light up and you would have to turn them off, but when you turn them off, other squares turned on. So it was like there was like 50 puzzles in it. And I have memories of this, but I don't, like, I have very specific memories of it, but I can't, it's like hard to recall, you know what I mean? It was a long time ago. It's so fun. I know. I kind of want one because I remember like pressing on the buttons and having like a really nice feeling. You never saw this one? It was pretty popular. The pads were really soft. So I'm gonna put this one. Yeah, actually, I think this is pretty good. I'm gonna put it in pretty good. You never played it? It's really nice to hold, like, and press buttons. That's all I remember. All right. Let's see. From there, we'll also go to... Alright, I see this one. Yes, this is a PDA. I remember using, like, one of these. This was, like, really early. Like, I don't know if you guys can see the screen, but it's, like, that really old type of screen. And, yeah, the Palm Pilot. That's what it's called, the Palm Pilot. I remember using one of these, but I don't remember where. I think it was like a Watson family friend had one of these, and even back then they just like give it to a kid. They're like, here, you know, mess around with this, play with this or something. But no one in the Watson family had one of these PDAs. But the Palm Pilot, I guess it was for, like, what? Can you guys tell me more about the Palm Pilot? What was it used for? You just schedule stuff? They were for work? Yeah, before smartphones. Well, what could you do on it? Take notes? Could you put things in the calendar? It had, maybe a calculator? It was just for keeping notes. Yeah, it just looked cool. An organizer. Oh, it had Minesweeper? Really? Rich people stuff, yeah, at the time. Could sync emails. Could run Crisis on it, no way. A sketchbook. A smartphone, but you couldn't make calls. I see. Pocket data assistant. Well, I don't know. I almost want to put it in no thank you. What do you guys think? Meh or no thank you? I remember, like, even as a kid when I would play, because obviously it's just for business, so I'd be like, okay, I click on stuff, but like what? It's got a pen, okay. These buttons don't even do anything. Yeah, we're gonna put the PDA in no thank you. Put it in no thank you. Can it run Doom? Probably not. Well, I don't know. Let's see. Maybe there's a YouTube video about that. Somebody trying to run Doom on a Palm Pilot. I feel like no. I feel like the answer is no. Alright, so next up, in a similar vein, but not way cooler actually, way cooler than the Palm Pilot, was the Pocket Dictionary. Did you guys ever have one of these? Auntie Watson had one of these, and I would play around with it a lot. I would like go with her to work sometimes, and I would just have like the pocket dictionary, and I would just like put random words in there, or I don't know. I always like the idea of like having something where you could type words into, like digitally. To me, it was the coolest thing. Like, even if I wasn't doing anything as a kid, I'd just be like, boop, 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 boop. I just like press buttons because it was so fun. Yes, I'd say the pocket dictionary. I would put this in pretty good. Yeah, pretty good. If I had a pocket dictionary today, I would use it. I wonder if they have, like, nowadays, if they have like a digital language pocket dictionary, because you know you can get like the little, not dictionary, what's it called, like a little language book to, it's like a dictionary because you can look up the word you want to say in English and then find the translation for it. I mean, you could just do that in Google Translate, but it's not the same because they have little books for it, little travel books, but digital. Not a thesaurus, no. They usually call them like I thought they were called like dictionaries, but just translates it to the other language. Yeah, still dictionary. Digital translator. Yeah, what am I gonna get one of those things? Oh, they have them nowadays where you just like, you talk into it and it auto translates it. And I mean something apart from a smartphone, because Google Translate is not always the best. They have like really specific little gadgets for that nowadays. Alright, also in the same vein, this one's kind of lame, so I don't know if you guys will understand this. But this is a label maker. And again, this is like a little gadget that Auntie Watson had. And she would just give it to me because I'd be like, what's that? Can I play with it? Can I play with it? You got games on that thing? So I would just, I don't even think it was working at the time. Like, it wasn't actually printing any labels, but I just liked typing into it. And I thought the idea that you could type into something and then have it be printed was really cool. Yeah, now they still have label makers now, but this is like the old one. Yeah, it's super useful. I should get a label maker and label some stuff, be more organized. So I'm gonna put the label maker, you know, it's not as cool as a pocket dictionary, so I'm gonna put it in here. Bubba digging. I'll put it here next. Bubba, Robo Bubba. Put a label on Gooda. Stinky, actually, I didn't notice, but when I gave her my key in Rust, she wrote Stin dash key, and I only saw it last night because I was like, wait, I don't need a key anymore to run my car. What the heck? It's because I changed some components on it. I was looking at my key like, wait, this has a name on it. What the heck? So yeah, I guess gonna put a label maker on that. Alright, next up. Let's do these. Do you guys know what this is? Hit clips? I actually never had hit clips, but I remember the commercials for it. And I thought it was really, really cool. And even now, I still think it's kind of cool. I want to try one, like, now. Because I never got to try one. They were, yeah, because they were expensive. Well, I mean, I had, like, some Nintendo consoles growing up. So I guess I can't really complain. But yeah, just spending so much on the hit clips. It does seem pretty cool. Yeah, never seen them. Never seen them. Never had it. Yeah, so what it is it's like a little tiny keychain, and they had these little plastic memory chips, I guess you could say. And when you would put it into that little boombox, it would play, and it would be like the worst quality ever. But they were really popular songs at the time. Stuff like NSYNC, I think they had a hit clip. And yeah, the audio was super shit, but at the time it was really cool because it's like, you know, this cool little portable thing you just carry around. If you could play your favorite song for your friends. It's more like a gimmick, you know what I mean? Like, it's not really that useful. It's not really that entertaining. It doesn't actually sound good. You would probably be better off with like a CD Walkman instead of a hit clip. Oh, Kiara, you had hit clips? Yeah, I Yeah, it's a worse cassette CD player. I think the appeal of it was that it was so small, because at the time it was like, how do you get something that can play music that's this small and it plays it out loud? This was like probably the grandfather to, you know, little Bluetooth devices. I mean, nowadays you can get a fidget spinner that has Bluetooth on it and plays music. So I think the appeal is still there for like this type of, I guess it's like entertainment. Yeah, it's pretty much a gimmick. I would say, since the audio quality is so shit, I think I'm gonna put it in meh. I never had one, so I don't have first-hand experience with these. But from an outside perspective, they're pretty meh. Did anyone have one? Anyone have hit clips? No? You guys would put it in no thank you? Hit clips? No thank you. I don't know, I would try it out. They were horrid. Oh yeah, I had them, they sucked. Okay, so the people who had them put them in no thank you. Or never again. You know what? I haven't had to try it yet, so I put it in meh. Okay, next up, music related. We have these old boom boxes, which, you know, they still sell these nowadays. But these are the ones that have like radio on them, and I just picked this one because it has this really bulbous design that is like, it seems like totally 90s, right? Like there's this type of aesthetic that a lot of gadgets and technology had at the time that I don't know, it's so cute. Everything is so round and bulbous, and I really like the clear look that some of them have. I don't know, nothing really looks like that nowadays, you know, it's pretty sleek. I'm gonna put this, I don't know, I always had a lot of problems with these. And it was probably because, once again, I like the sound of the CD player opening and closing, so sometimes I would just, you know, as a kid, you just like, boop, 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 press button, boop, 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 and I'd open it and then close it, and I would like kind of slam it because I liked the sound that it made when you like slam it shut. So I'm pretty sure I broke like at least one or two of these things just by opening and closing the CD player. I don't know, I guess I was a destructive kid. But you know, to be honest, I don't use CDs. For me personally, I feel like CDs have been completely, what's the word, like, I don't really use CDs these days. They're, I don't know, you guys still use CDs, right? I mean, you guys ordered some Hololive CDs. Yeah, they're like obsolete nowadays because you have music streaming. Yeah, it's outdated. I imagine for like cars, because a lot of older cars and people still drive older cars, they still have CDs and stuff, but I'm gonna put no thank you. I mean, it's pretty crazy, the evolution of like music data, because at first it was cassettes, and then some things in between, and then you had discs, and then we went to like MP3 players, and then from MP3 players we went to our phone, and then after our phone we had internet, and now you don't have to keep a certain amount of like fixed data with music. You just stream it. It's so easy. Ah yeah, vinyl, that's true. Vinyl, yeah, some stuff in between cassette and CD vinyls. You miss CD sometimes. I don't, because they would get scratched, and then it would like it'd sound really scary when it played, like Laserdisc, that's right, Laserdisc. But speaking of CDs, now we have the Walkman. The CD Walkman. These had the worst headphones ever. Like, your ears felt like they were beaten and bleeding after wearing these headphones for more than an hour. They were so shitty. You know this one? I'm gonna put this, the CD Walkman, I'm gonna put it in pretty good. Yeah. It it was pretty good. I wouldn't say it's the best, but you know, it's pretty good because at the time, like when you had if you had a CD Walkman, this is before MP3 players, obviously. You'd walk around and you'd feel like the coolest guy on the street. Like being able to play a CD and listen to it on repeat. Oh yeah, the airplane headphones. They're pretty much, yeah, like the old Walkman headphones. Yeah, I'm gonna place this one pretty good because when you had a CD Walkman, you just felt really cool. It felt really cool to have one, like so new tech, you know, such a new age technology, walking around with a CD in your pocket. It's right, a Walkman enjoyer. I wonder if there's still people that use like CD Walkmans anywhere. Because I remember them not really like working all the time. Yeah, it's so good until it's skipped. Yeah, I feel like pretty often it would mess up. Yeah, you can't put it in your pocket. That's true. It's too big to put in your pocket. It skipped a lot, right? I feel kind of bad because I put this one down here. No, thank you. But I put in pretty good. Well, because it's different. Even though this one was also like mobile, this one you held it in your hand. You know, it felt good to hold it in your hand. In your cargo pants pockets. Yeah. All right. In the same vein, we have the portable DVD player. Did you guys have one of these? A portable DVD player. I feel like this might also be like early 2000s, like 2002 or 2003. Ew, yeah. Now, yes, CD Walkmans had some problems with skipping, and so did portable DVD players. Never had one. Yeah, 2002. I only remember having a portable DVD player because I think there was like a driving trip that the Watson family was going on, and both Brother Watson and I had to share like the portable DVD player, and you could only hold it in like one person's lap, and I'd be like, I can't see, give it to me, and then we'd fight over it again. Did you guys, like, for those of you that have siblings, you'd get in like fist fights, right? And you'd like pull each other's hair and you'd fight over everything? This is one of those things that we'd fight over. I want to see, I want to hold it. It's my turn to hold the DVD player. Fine, I'm gonna play Game Boy. Yes, but DVD players, they would skip a lot and they were flimsy. They were not like the highest quality stuff most of the time. And the screen quality was ass. It was small. And the CD player or the DVD player part would break every now and again. So I'm gonna put it in never again. I'm good. I don't even have a DVD player today. Like I don't need one. You know, when I get a PS5 or whatever, when I get another console, it's not the Switch. You know, maybe then I'll use the Blu-ray feature or whatever, but I think I'm good for now. I think I'm good. But some people today still collect like Blu-rays and things like that. Do any of you guys have a Blu-ray collection? No, you won't. You won't use it. Probably not. Or maybe at least once. Used to? Only DVDs. Yeah, the only thing I would maybe collect is like VHS. Because the quality for VHS, it's like one of those things that's, you can replicate it digitally, but it's not the same. It's just not the same. Speaking of VHS, we now have the VHS Rewinder. I had one of these. Did you guys ever have one of these VHS Rewinders? This is so before you put it in the VHS player, you didn't have to hold the rewind a shit ton. You could just put it in here and it go and it made this really cool sound while rewinding. You can rewind. Yeah, so this was... I don't know, was it before, like, VHS players had a go back button, like a rewind button? So you could rewind cassettes and VHS tapes, and it would just be like a much faster way to rewind the tape. The rental store had them. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, they even had rewinders that were in the shape of like cars, in the shape of race cars, and like the hood pops open and you could put a VHS in there. I actually saw a video for it when I was searching for this image. Oh, so this one, you know, I'm just gonna be polite. It had its purpose. It played its role for when we needed it. You know, it wasn't that terrible. I don't remember ever having any issues with like the VHS rewinder, so I'm gonna put it in no thank you. You know, maybe not never again. You might need it if you have a VHS collection. It might be easier to rewind it like this. So yeah, I'm gonna put it in no thank you. They were cool. They were kind of cool. Alright, next up. Let's see. Next up. Disposable camera. These are actually still a thing today. But did you guys know with the disposable camera, even if it doesn't have film in it, or even if you run out of spaces for it, for the film, like if you used up all the film inside without taking it out, you could still use the flash on it. You know how I love the charge up sound for the flash noise, right? The charge up sound for the flash would be like you could hear it. Or was it afterwards? Anyways, even nowadays, if you find a disposable camera that still has like some battery in it, you can just charge up the flash and then you hit it really hard. You have to smack it. You smack it against the table, or you smack it really hard on like your thigh, and the flash can still go off. And I would do that. Well, actually, I didn't know that was a thing until like maybe high school, but yeah, you could slap it really hard and the flash would go off. If I knew that as a kid, I probably would have broken a few cameras trying to get it. But yeah, disposable cameras, people still use them. I don't know, I feel like we don't really need them anymore. I'm not gonna lie. I guess if you don't have like a film camera and you want to take something like that on a trip, even nowadays they have them all fancy. Like you can get like the modern Polaroids, the little Instagram cameras these days, where they're called like actually Instagram. So yeah, I would say meh. Although, you know, they were really useful for the time. Like I have a lot of Watson family pictures taken with like disposable cameras. And now that I think about it, I guess it makes sense because cameras, like in general, were pretty expensive to get like a film camera. In like the late 90s or early 2000s, you could get like a dedicated camera without it being disposable. I don't know why. We never had one. Like the Watson family never really had one. I think it was just easier to get a disposable camera because you didn't have to worry about putting in the film yourself. You didn't have to worry about taking out the film yourself and possibly like ruining it. And you know, it already had the flash built in. You didn't have to adjust like any of the focus or anything like that. It's just if it was out of focus, it was out of focus. But yeah, I'd say I'll put disposable cameras in meh. Yeah, it wasn't too hard, but I think like for some, they were just like, what is this? I'm just gonna get the disposable one. It's easier. It's more convenient, you know. Yeah, they still sell them today. Alright, also in the I was gonna say also in the vein of film, but not really. This is a radio TV, the Watchmen. We had the Walkman and now you have the Watchmen. Did you guys ever have this? The radio TV, the handheld radio TV. Portable TV. You never had this. I did not have this, but somebody in the Watson family, it was like a great uncle Watson, had the handheld TV radio, and I remember playing with it and I thought it was the coolest. It was like the coolest thing. And I liked it so much that I think it was like something he wasn't using, so he just gave it to Grandma Watson. And pretty much she would keep it. She got it and she thought it was cool, but it was mostly for me to play with. I got lucky. So I did get to play with one, and I would like turn the dial a lot, and there's like this little red thing, you know, like in the radios where you turn the dial and you could see the red thing moving between stations. So I would just like watch the red thing go, and it didn't have any batteries for the longest time. So I would just play with it. And it didn't even have power. I would just play around with the antenna and like the dials and pretend I was watching something. Yeah, the tuner. So yeah, I'm gonna put it in pretty good because I really liked it. I think eventually I did get batteries for it, but I couldn't find like any channels. So it would just be static. It was just static. It was like... And when I did find like the littlest tiny bit of a signal, it would be like really, really shitty. But I think you have to have a pretty strong signal for these things. Does it still work? That's a good question. Didn't like TV antenna get phased out nowadays? It's just satellite and like cable. Yeah, the TV radio. It's only in black and white. Only in black and white. Yeah. All digital. That makes sense, yeah. I remember when they phased it out, they like, it's like they talk about it in the news. It's like, antenna is being phased out, or something like that. Yeah, I think in some parts of the world it's probably still... It's probably still the same. Okay. Moving on. Let's see. We have... Now, it's too small. This image is too small. You can't really see. But this is a laptop, and I don't know why, but laptops at the time had this little tiny nib in the middle of the keyboard, like in between G and H, like smack in the middle of the keyboard. And you could move around the mouse with it. And I thought that was the coolest thing, probably like when I was a kid playing with laptop. Well, Auntie Watson's laptop that she had for work. I would play around with the little nib on the keyboard. I don't know why, that was the coolest to me. And yeah, at the time, in these early laptops, I pretty much just played pinball and this elf bowling game that Auntie Watson's Dell laptop, the chunky ass, the laptop's super, super chunky. And I remember I got in trouble. I got yelled at because I would open and close the laptop too much, and the laptop hinges got really loose. Yeah, I remember getting yelled at and like crying because obviously at the time laptops were really expensive, and they're like, Ame, why do you open and close this so much? Look what you did! Why did you do this to the laptop? And it wouldn't like when it would open, it'd just be really loose. But yeah, I'd still put it, obviously, still use computers today, obviously. So, laptops are definitely the best, the early laptops. I think out of, like, all computers, before we had a home computer, I think we had, like, this laptop computer. And that's because, the Watson family, used to work, like, some office jobs, detective office jobs, and laptops were becoming pretty important for work around the time. So, yeah, I think the first computer I ever used was, well, if it wasn't at school, it was definitely like a home laptop. But then we did have, oh no, I remember having like a really, really, really old desktop. Oh, that kind of like tan looking material that would get like kind of dirty and brown. So yeah, obviously laptops go in the best. And yeah, the Apple. So now this is the next thing I have. I actually didn't grow up with really any Apple products. There was just, at one point I had moved to a new school, and in the new school, it was fancy. In the new school, the computer lab had all of like, I had never seen any of the Mac desktops before. Those really bulbous looking, clear plastic desktops. And the school that I went to had a shit ton of them in the computer lab, and that was the first time I ever got to use a Mac. Yeah. And I thought it was really cool, but, you know, it's not the best. It's not like the laptops. It's not like the regular desktops. They were different in my eyes. But the mouse is really cute, isn't it? Look at it. It's so cute. I would want one today just to, like, click on it. I thought they were really, really cute. So yeah, I think I'll put it in pretty good. I don't really remember using it too much, other than... This was, like, not in the 90s when I would use it. We would have, like, computer lab on it, and... I think... I only remember playing Oregon Trail on the Macs. I don't remember really using it for anything else. You can't see all of it? Oh yeah, that's true. That's okay. You guys can see it here. I'm pretty good. I think if I put enough images, it'll stack again, maybe? Yeah, we should play Oregon Trail, huh? I actually thought Oregon Trail was really cool. Like, to me, that was one of the first computer games that I had ever played where I actually felt, like, really immersed while reading it and playing it. Like, I don't know why. It was kind of spooky for the time. It was kind of scary to me playing it. Because before that, I had played, like, a little bit of RuneScape. I played a little bit of Neopets, a little bit of Club Penguin, a little bit of Webkins. But for Oregon Trail, it was, like, the first time where I played a game that was, like, kind of spooky. And, I mean, RuneScape has some spooky moments, I guess. But for me, like, RuneScape was just like, oh, it's got this cute music, you know? I mean, it was cool. It was really cool. But it wasn't, like, that... Okay, maybe there were a few spooky moments in RuneScape. But for Oregon Trail, it was like, damn, this is real, you know? It's like the first RPG. Would you say Oregon Trail is like an RPG, wouldn't you? It is, it is. It's a... Well, I guess RuneScape is too, but I feel like Oregon Trail is more so than RuneScape, even. Oh... Kinda. I think it is. It's a roguelike. Yeah, we should get Oregon Trail permissions. Okay. Let's see. Next up, I only have a few images left here. And let's do this one. You guys know what this is? You can see from the image that it could be an indoor grill. Which actually I was reading up on this a little bit last night. But this is the George Foreman grill. And it was really popular. Apparently, like, 100 million... I almost said copies. 100 million units were sold of the George Foreman grill. It was so popular. I never had a George Foreman grill. Like, the Watson family never had one. But this was like the beginning of indoor grilling, wasn't it? And I think even before this, it wasn't so popular to use, like, those celebrity infomercials and things like that. But this was, like, one of the first ones, if not the first one, to use it. And it was so successful. I remember seeing, like, the infomercials for this. But yeah, I never had one. The best? You put it in the best? I might trust you guys on this one. Safe for indoor grilling. Ah. Best grilled cheese maker? That is true. I have had a grilled cheese made by George Foreman. Because I remember going to like extended Watson family, and they had kind of a big house, and they had a George Foreman grill. You still use one today? Yes, I'm gonna put this one on. I'll trust you guys. I'll put it in the best. People still use them today? I mean, that's a pretty... I mean, obviously there's new units and stuff. But if you can still use it today, and it's, you know, not obsolete, people still use indoor grills and things like that. I mean, that's pretty good. How many years? They should be coming up on their, like, 30-year anniversary soon. Because I believe they were released in 1994. Yeah, they're good. They're good. Okay, it's kind of hard to see at the top. Hold on, let me change. Just adjust this. There we go. I move it over a little bit. And I'll move myself over too. And this chair. Or we'll get rid of the chair. There we go. Now we have more room. Okay. Alright, I only have 3 more images. Oh, 4 more images here. Alright, how about we do... Ta-da! The Easy Bake Oven! Did you guys ever have an Easy Bake Oven? Anyone? Any Easy Bake Oven? Never? Never? A boy version? There's a boy version of the Easy Bake Oven? I didn't know that. My sister always wanted one. I would beg for an Easy Bake Oven because I thought like the commercials made it look so cool. And I would say, I want an Easy Bake Oven, I want an Easy Bake Oven. But they were expensive for the time. No, Kiara, don't get one because I'm gonna put this one in no thank you. I'm pretty sure I begged for an Easy Bake Oven for the longest time. And then when I finally got one, I made one thing in it and it sucked and it took forever. And I was like, this is trash. So I'm gonna put the Easy Bake Oven in no thank you. Well then I gotta change the music. There we go. Pretty good. The Easy Bake Oven is not pretty good. You're telling me you want me to put the Easy Bake Oven among almost the best? Next to a Sidekick? Next to a Tamagotchi? No, 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 no. No, thank you. The Easy Bake Oven is trash. It takes an hour. It would take like an hour, and even over an hour, to bake a little tiny chocolate cake. And you know why? Because the Easy Bake Oven only ever uses a light bulb. You would have to cook it via light bulb. Why would you want to do that? It was a gimmick. It's a gimmick. I mean, obviously, I guess at the time it's pretty cool because, you know, if you're like a kid or like a young teenager, you're like, wow, I can bake something on my own? I don't have to use the scary oven that nobody will let me touch because I'm a kid. I can use this Easy Bake Oven. Well, yeah, because it's a light bulb. The oven got roasted. Yeah, it's for child safety, I know, but still, I guess it's okay. I'll move it up one. It's pretty cool as a kid. Even though when I used it, I was like, I'd never used it again. I only used it once. Alright. I'll move it up. I've listened to your complaints, to your criticism. I will accept it. And I moved the Easy Bake Oven up one. But yeah, I mean, also it deserves to go here pretty much. But you know, as a kid, it is pretty cool. You know what I didn't have on here? I don't have moon shoes on here, but I guess it's not really tech. You could bake it in your car. Yeah, you could, I guess. You could Easy Bake Oven something in your car. Moon shoes. I got moon shoes for my birthday one year. And I remember eating shit like the first time I used them because I used them inside on tile. And that's a bad idea. Do not use moon shoes on tile. And you should wear knee pads because I slammed into the ground. It hurt. I didn't get a scrape or anything, but it definitely hurt. Light up moon shoes. I never had light up moon shoes. Damn, it's so confusing. Like trying to set up moon shoes and rubber band stuff it's still scary to me. Like taut rubber band stuff. I had to I think I gave it to somebody to oh no. Now that I'm remembering, I think I got a used pair of moon shoes that was already assembled. Whatever, they still kind of worked. They kind of worked. Now I remember where I got them from. Yeah, it was like a rich family friend. They like gave it to Papa Watson. They're like, here, my kid didn't want this anymore. And then Papa Watson's like, oh, perfect. I'll give it to Ame for her birthday. And I was like, oh, moon shoes. Like 5 years too late. Thanks. I still ate shit on them. Alright. Moon shoes. Moon shoes go in, yeah, never again. I think moon shoes will go right here. Alright, next up. I'm pretty sure they still have these. They should still have these today because they're cool and useful. But this is the talking globe. The globe where you could just press on any country and it would tell you the country and the capital. Or, yeah. Hold on, my eyes itch. This was really cool. I had one of these as a kid and I used it so much that it actually broke. It broke and it would only ever say one thing no matter where I clicked. Eureka! 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 And now every time I think of like a globe or like one of these, all I could hear in my head, Eureka! Eureka! Yeah, so I don't know if I put it in the best. I'd say it was pretty good. But because mine was broken, I can't really put it in the best. Is Eureka a place or was it just something that it would say? Because isn't there like a city, Eureka? But I think it would say it as like, because I think it had a quiz function on it. Just a saying? Ah, okay. Yeah, there are cities called Eureka. Okay, but now that I'm remembering, I think it's because there's a quiz function on it where you would it would like say the name of the country and then you'd have to click on it. And then when you got it correct, it would say Eureka. But anytime it was on and I tried to use it, it would just say Eureka anywhere, no matter where I clicked. So yeah, I put it in pretty good because I had a good time with it until I broke it. Yeah, it was a game mode. That's right. Alright, the last thing I have is actually something I think that's earlier than the 90s. Actually, second to last thing I have. Furby. A Furby. Furby permissions? Yeah, I was not interested in Furbies. I don't get it. I still don't get it. I didn't get it as a kid. Those were creepy. I didn't want one. They're ugly. They're weird. They talk. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put Furby in here. I don't know. Some people like it. Some people like Furbies. Auntie Watson was a fan of Furbies. Me? Nah. No thank you. Never again. Yeah, not just a no thank you, but also never again. I'm good. I can live without Furby, without ever having owned a Furby. I think I could live with that. Is there a Furby movie? Isn't there a Furby movie? It needs to be lower. We need to make a new tier for Furby. Gremlins? Oh, right. Yeah, that makes sense. Alright, the last thing I have, I'm gonna say this is MP3 players in general, but this was like pretty much, oh no, let's say this is the first MP3 player that I had, but that's not true because they had these like really shitty looking, like triangular in shape or like pyramid almost in shape MP3 players. But yeah, this is the iPod Shuffle, which Brother Watson got one like when it released for his birthday. And we shared it. Even though it was his birthday present, I was like, I want one! So yeah, we shared it. I would say it was pretty good. Like, I still have this somewhere. And it's so scratched up and dirty because we used it so much. So I would say I'm gonna put it in pretty good. You can't see it here. I'd say it's pretty good. Yeah. And then also this was before I made this a 90s tier list, but I had the Zune. I'm just gonna go ahead and put it in no thank you. It's not a 90s thing, but I'm gonna put it there anyways. And that was the last one. That was the last one. Yeah, I know iPod didn't exist. Okay, it's because I had those on there from before I made this a 90s tech list. Look, you can't even see it anyways. Zune, a 10 out of 10? Really? You guys liked it? Was it better? Zune gang. Uh-oh. I started an MP3 war. You can share music. Zune lasted for 12 years, really? I never had a Zune. I only remember using like a Zune in the store. Because at, what was that toy store called? I forgot. Toys R Us. At Toys R Us, you could, test the Zune. Yeah, I don't have a dial-up on here. I don't have floppy disks. I actually never got the chance to really use floppy disks. Like, I remember having a floppy disk that I would put in the computer, but it wasn't, like, for anything. It's just because I liked the sound of... I like the sound and the feeling of, like, inserting the floppy disk. But yeah, I didn't really use floppy disks personally. Obviously, I had dial-up, but, you know, as a kid, I didn't have a chance to really set up that myself. I just remember the sounds that it would make. Dial-up sounds like kind of scary. I always thought that they were scary. Did you guys think dial-up sounds were scary? It's like random sounds in Minecraft. They were kind of scary because it goes so hard for no reason. Why does it make that sound? I mean, I also think weather sounds are scary. You know, like on the Weather Channel, if you ever hear like one of those rain warnings or whatever, that's how like dial-up is for me. Like, it almost sounds the same. It just sounds kind of scary. Maybe that's why, because dial-up reminds me of like weather, of those like little weather alarms. Yeah, dial-up, it does sound nostalgic. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. I just thought it would like kind of scare me a little bit. Yeah, emergency weather sounds. Uh-huh. Weather sounds are not copyrighted, right? I think I could play one. No, they're not copyrighted. Hold on, let me find one really quick. Let me turn off the music. Dial-up sounds are not copyrighted either, right? They have 10-hour dial-up sound. Alright, let us gather around. Let us gather around the modem and listen. Oh, let's see, it's scary! It's scary! Alright, sorry, was that too loud? Alright, now listen to the weather sounds. What is this one? Hold on, let me see. Alright, this is the one. Listen. I'll turn it down. I hate this! Do they still use this?
Devastating damage expected. Hurricane Katrina.
Oh shit. Sorry, I didn't mean to play all that. I just wanted to play the sound. But yeah, that's that was okay, ignore that part. I didn't mean to play all that. This is a test. I didn't know it would say that. I just wanted the sound. Okay. Anyways, it's not copyrighted, it's public. So yeah, that about wraps up the 90s tech tier list. I know there's some things missing on here. If you would like to go ahead and add your own things to here, you know, you should do that. So yeah, here in the best we have Nokia, Nintendo 64. We'll just put Game Boy in general. The SP will just stand for all of the Game Boys. Represent Bop It, laptops, and the George Foreman grill. That was the chat pick for the best. No PlayStation 1. I didn't personally grow up with one, but If I did add one, I would put PlayStation 1 also in the best. I didn't have one, but yeah, PlayStation 1, there in spirit. Pretty good. We got the Sidekick, Tamagotchis, the light up toy, I forgot the name again, Pocket Dictionary, the CD Walkman, the Watchman, Max, and the Eureka Globe. I don't know, it's just called the Eureka Globe. And then also the iPod Shuffle, which is technically not the 90s. And then in Meh, we have the password protected Pocket Diary for teenage girls. And then we have RoboDog, Label Maker, Hit Clips, Disposable Camera, Easy Bake Oven, and in No Thank You, we have Corded Phone, Home Phone, PDA, Palm Pilot, the Boombox, the VHS Rewinder, and the Zune, also not actually 90s. And then Never Again, we have the LG Chocolate, also not 90s actually, DVD player, and Furby. And GameCube, yeah, GameCube would put it in the best, for sure. But do you guys disagree with anything here on this list? Okay, and Sega. The Sega Genesis also would go in the best, obviously. Any game console, pretty much all of them would go into the best. Because they were the coolest, and they still are really cool. Furby should be lower. God, my ears, my tinnitus is ringing so hard after listening to that weather alert and the freaking dial-up. Virtual Boy, the Dreamcast. Yeah. Alright, there's some stuff missing, but there's a lot. There's a lot of things, you know. Alright, I will now... I'm gonna read Super Chats now. So thank you guys for hanging out and watching. Today is Watson Wednesday, so after this stream, we're gonna try Switch Sports. I haven't played it before. I thought it would be exciting to put in the channel, so I'm going to read Super Chats while making the thumbnail for it. But yeah, thank you guys for your input on this tech tier list. If you guys would like another tier list stream at some point, make sure to write it in the comments because I'm gonna read them. But you have to wait until the stream ends. Thank you for the stream. Thank you guys for watching. Alright, now it is Super Chat reading time. Let's see. Alright, we'll leave the tier list up here, but I'm gonna put some text here now. Add text. Readings, Super Chats. There will be another stream as soon as I'm done reading Super Chats and making the thumbnail. I'm gonna take a 15-20 minute break. And then we'll play Switch Sports. And I'm gonna tweet it. So if you're gonna leave, it's gonna be on Twitter. Okay. Let me take a look at Super Chats. Give me a second. I think I'm gonna find some new BGM for now. Let's change it up a little bit so that you know, it actually feels like a different segment of the stream. Let's search for some new cool BGM. Let's see. Nah, this sounds nice for Halloween though. I'm gonna give it a like. Sounds like a good Halloween one. Nah. Okay, boss music. Nah, not for Super Chats. This sounds kind of like, you know, funky, like, you know, 90s. Whoa. I should have used this during the stream. Alright. Wub, 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 wub. Damn, this is giving me like Donkey Kong vibes. This screams 90s tech video. I can hear that. Alright, reading super chats. Here we go. Move these things over so I can do this while doing this. Turn around. If I minimize this, does it still show? Oh, yes, it does. Okay, cool. Alright, super chats while I work on the thumbnail. Let me turn on my Switch and download. Start to download. Okay. Wub wub wub. It's gonna repeat. I don't think it has a perfect repeat, unfortunately. Alright. Record good, thank you. The 90s were a great time. They were pretty cool, I guess. Yeah, they're pretty alright. Pickle Rick, thank you. It is What's in Wednesday, my dudes. Hold on. Gotta type something. Okay. Mathemata, thank you. Did you know Chuck Norris was defeated after he accidentally stepped on the Nokia 33110? Oh, those were really popular, huh? Chuck Norris jokes. I never really like people would tell Chuck Norris jokes and I didn't really get them and I didn't think they were funny, and it's because still to this day I don't think I've ever watched anything that Chuck Norris was unironically in. Because wasn't there something like kind of recently that he was in as like a joke? Dodgeball. Oh, yeah. Chuck Norris is a joke. They're just dumb jokes. I see. I see. Is it Expendables 2? I don't think I've ever seen that one either. Alright, downloading before my Switch dies. Switch Sports. Wow. Here we go. Alright, I'm Smart Boy, thank you. Beginning of a great day, I hope so. Yeah, today, if I didn't say earlier, I think I said on Twitter, but today we're going to, after Switch Sports. Wait, what did I say? Let me check my schedule again. Give me a moment. Yeah, after Switch Sports, I was thinking about playing Neon White for a little bit. And then after Neon White, I'm gonna play Rust. So, only 3 streams happening in the next 7 hours or so. But yeah, we're gonna start Switch Sports shortly. It's downloading now. Alright, that's downloading. Cool. Somebody really likes Furby in the chat. Furby, Kirby, Herbie. Herbie? Wasn't that like the car movie? With Lindsay Lohan? Herbie Unleashed? Unloaded? Herbie Unloaded. Unleashed? Fully loaded. That's the one. What did Herbie unload? What did he... Was the car a he? Anyways. Here we go. Kirby Guy 99, thank you. It's nostalgic, isn't it? Batman, thank you. Disgusting Batman, thank you. Bat tech from the 90s. What was bat tech from the 90s like, I wonder? We'd have to watch a 90s Batman movie. Was there a 90s Batman movie? I know there's like 90s Batman animation that people consider to be pretty good. There's animated movies? Ah, Michael Keaton. Oh, George Clooney? I've never seen any of those. Batman and Robin movie from the 90s? Ah, that makes sense. Of course, thank you. Rocky Raccoon, thank you. Lukun, thank you. What's your favorite pancake restaurant chain? I've always enjoyed some late night Waffle House. I think I only had Waffle House once, and it was like not as good as people were hyping it up to be. But actually, IHOP is one of the only places that does gluten-free pancakes and waffles. So I say IHOP. And I say gluten-friendly, not gluten-free, because they still use the same kitchen and stuff. Which means that it's like contaminated with other things that they cook. But still, the batter itself doesn't have gluten in it, which is nice. Sponsor secured, yeah. IHOP Hello Miss. IHOP Hello Ian collab. I'm looking for some good art for the thumbnail. Or a browse Pixiv. Mimifu, thank you. Myth Hop. Playing soccer with a Nokia. Oh, kicking it around. Was that even like a selling point for the Nokia? The Nokia being like indestructible? That was just like how it was, right? Because like now phones will be like, oh, you can put the phone underwater, you know, it can stand up to, you know, X amount of PSI. It was just that durable. It's pretty impressive. Pretty impressive. Because it didn't have many moving parts. That's true, yeah, there were some older cell phones where it had the antenna, where it had like a little lip and you could extend the antenna. I loved playing with antennas as a kid. Did you guys like to play with antennas? Because I would, like, even for old radios or something that we weren't using, I would snap off the antenna. Because if you moved it too much, it was like the type of metal, because it's so thin, like if you moved it too much, it would just snap. So I would be like playing around with it so much that it would snap off. But then I'd use it as like a little baton. You could like extend it. Oh, and then you could like whip the antenna really hard, and it would like extend on its own. It's like those weapons in Half-Life. Yeah, you'd break them. Yeah, if you just whip it. Oh, and then the sound that antennas make when you like whip it really hard, it's like. I loved playing with antennas as a kid. Yeah, like a wand, like a wand. Alright, George Decade Team accounts, thank you. The 90s were almost as wild for tech as the 2000s. Yeah, that is true. Although, I feel like for the 90s, it was like the first time having a lot of those really cool, like, interesting things pop up. Like, a lot of the stuff, to be fair, is like really gimmicky, but you know, some of them had a pretty good use. In the 2000s, it definitely felt more like flashy. You know, like different materials being used. Yeah, and the 90s is real experimental. Yeah. Cool, Adeoni, thank you. Got any games on your phone? Yeah. Stratify, thank you. That's where the Nokias where Got Any Games on Your Phone originated from. Stratify, thank you. Oh. Even still, like, you know, somebody that grew up in, like, early 2000s, you probably would have even seen or experienced some of the 90s tech. Because some of that stuff was around for a while, because people had it, and then it was expensive when they bought it, so they didn't really get rid of it. At least that's how it was, like, in the Watson family. Like, even if we didn't particularly use, like, that one thing that we had earlier on, because it was, you know, it was expensive at the time to get it, you would just keep it anyways. PF, thank you. My favorite 90s tech was the Game Boy Color. Simple controls, small form factor, great screen. My favorite portable game machine ever. Yeah, it was really cool. I was lucky enough to have the, I think it was like a yellow and blue Game Boy Color that Brother Watson and I would share. And we had the, what's like special edition, like, Pikachu. I'm trying to remember. The cartridge was yellow and it had Pikachu on it, but it was just like the first game. Yeah, Pokemon Yellow. Pikachu edition, yeah. Pokemon Yellow. Yeah, it was really cool. I can't really remember that many other games that I played. Maybe like The Tick. Oh no. That was on a different console, I think. I mostly just remember playing Pokemon on it. Like, there was one other Pokemon version, wasn't there? Oh, what other games were on the Game Boy Color? Tetris? I don't really remember playing Tetris on it. Handheld Zelda. Yeah, Gold and Silver. Oh, and Crystal. Okay, yeah. That was the only other game that I had. Solitaire? Oh no, Solitaire was on the PC for me. Solitaire? Solitaire. Super Mario Land. Kirby. Harvest Moon was on GameCube. I don't remember ever having Harvest Moon on any other console. Although, at least I know for Animal Crossing, like the original Japanese version for Animal Crossing was on the N64. But, here we only ever had it on the GameCube. I'm pretty sure. I never played Harvest Moon on the 64. I never played it. I only ever played Harvest Moon on GameCube. Yeah, Animal Forest. Right now, for consoles in the tier list, we just have it represented by the N64 controller and the SP, which represents the other handheld consoles. Mario Golf and Tennis. Yeah, it feels like pretty much the only standout game for the Game Boy Color was Pokemon. I love Harvest Moon. It's like it's such a weird vibe, the one on the GameCube. Because you'd like grow up and you get old and things would happen. Things would die. Niwa-san, arigato! Joey E, thank you for the big 100 super chat. Thank you so much. Got a huge promotion at work and start next week. Whoa. Years ago, I didn't think I'd have an opportunity like this. Oh. Well, thank you so much. I'm happy to hear that. Congrats on your promotion. That is true. Harvest Moon is just like real life. Oh my god. That's exciting though! Congrats. Thank you so much for the support. I really appreciate it. Thank you for the nice message. Good luck on your new work week. Exciting. Iron had 2, thank you. What made Nokia phone back then indestructible? Good point. Yeah, moving parts, or no moving parts. Oh yeah. Just a thank you. Technology may have started improving at lightning speed in the late 2000s. Nothing beats the novelty of some good old tech in the 90s, right? That is true. Yeah, I think it's because like Chad said, it was experimental. You know, it's like the first time. Dan Petrov, thank you. I was lucky enough to use a Windows Pocket PC as a kid. Crazy what you could do with it. Still remember downloading games over my neighbor's slow Wi-Fi. Windows Pocket PC. You can play games on it? That does sound cool. I wish I had one of those. Wish. Does sound really cool. Pickerick, thank you. The best tech to exist is Leapfrog, chat, and count phone for kids. Oh, I don't think I ever used Leapfrog, really. I don't think I ever did. Oh, maybe that explains a lot. Nah, just kidding. I'm just kidding. Yeah, I never had a Leapfrog. But, I remember seeing them and thinking it was still pretty cool. Still pretty cool for the time. Amazing Sam, thank you. Yeah, I just time traveled and I looked around the shops and I got these ideas for all this 90s tech. Slow Champ, thank you. Yeah, the modem noise. Brad dude, thank you. It is Watson Wednesday. Ray Wolf WG, thank you. Remember having one of those Leapfrog console things called Digi. Oh, cute. It would play a Metroidvania type game. Oh, a Sonic game where you did math problems? That actually does sound pretty fun. I would try it today, even today. Yeah, there were like there's some handheld, it's like a handheld Tiger arcade games. And I was gonna use them on here, but I wasn't sure if I could because there's like a handheld Sonic one and there's a handheld like Mortal Kombat one. And I remember having like the handheld Sonic one and I would have put it on here, but I just wasn't sure if I should or shouldn't, you know. They were bad? Yeah, I remember like having one, but I wasn't actually able to play it or something was wrong with it. But I still thought it looked cool. Because you know how like on the screen you can still kind of see like the background a little bit? Yeah, handheld Sonic from McDonald's. Yeah, yeah. Tiger Electronics. Electronics. Miguel Messias, thank you. Today's my birthday. Happy birthday. Wow, how lucky a birthday on Watson Wednesday. Lucky, lucky. No, no. But thank you for the support. I appreciate it. Hope you have a nice birthday. Little Cubes, thank you. I remember a lot of the early RC toys. Yeah, that's true. A lot of RC toys coming out around like the mid-90s, early 2000s. Yeah, where you could control like those cars. And they even had Robo-Dogs, which you could control like their movement. It had a little remote controller. This is they made like really cool sounds too. Not the Robo-Dogs, but like the other RC toys. I never really had like RC toys. I think Father Watson probably had a few. But I don't know, I wasn't that interested other than like trying out the controller. Because I just liked pressing buttons and using like the little joysticks and stuff. But I wasn't actually that interested in like the RC cars themselves, really. It's fun, good memories. They have like RC specific stores nowadays where they just have like RC stuff in them. The batteries, they didn't last, yeah. Mario Kart ones that work on the Switch. What? Dun-dun-dun. Zip Zaps, tiny RC trucks at Radio Shack. Oh yeah, Radio Shack was a thing. I haven't seen one of those in a really, really long time. I remember going in and yeah, it was all like RC toys and obviously other radio related things. I only remember the toys. I mean, as a kid, if you go into a store, all you really care about is the toys. Although I did see like one of the like members' comments talking about that store, Brookstone. Is that what it was called? Do you guys know what I'm talking about? The store that had all the weird tech. Wub 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 wub. Brookstone. Yeah. The coolest thing that I found at Brookstone that I really, really wanted, but it was way too expensive at the time. The shrimp orb, yeah! The shrimp orb. It was the coolest thing to me. Like as a kid, you know, once a family would go to the mall or something, and we go, you know, window shop inside of that store. And I remember finding the shrimp orb, and it was so cool. I should get a shrimp orb today. I already have shrimp. I already have pet shrimp. But I want the shrimp orb. I don't know, it's kind of messed up. Shrimps shouldn't really be living like that. But at the time, I didn't know. It was, you know, it was just really cute. You had one and your brother broke it? Oh my god. I bet they got in a lot of trouble. Shrimps don't deserve the orb. Yeah, living in a bubble. Well, because the way that it works, you're supposed to set it by a window, and the branch that was in, like the little stick that was in the shrimp orb, would grow algae, and then that's what the shrimps would eat. But still, oh god, there's probably like shrimp orb horror stories where they just completely become like covered in algae, and they just become like a huge algae mess. I don't know, yeah, they looked cool. They were so expensive though at the time. I would just watch them. If I had gotten them, I would just watch it and think about how cute they are. Alright, can I say I'm thank you? I got my myth plushies in the mail today. A little bigger than I expected, but super cute. Nice. I haven't gotten any yet. It sounds really cute though. Thank you for support. Yeah, I've seen pictures. They look very, very cute. Roscus, thank you. I still vividly remember using VHS tapes to watch shows like Thomas Tank Engine. Becoming gamer with the PS1. So nostalgic. Yeah, I had like a pretty big VHS collection. Mostly Disney stuff or like Scooby-Doo. Mostly Disney stuff though. I had a ton of these, I think I've already told you guys, a ton of these Disney VHS like sing-along songs. Yeah, and movies that would come out. Yusute, 감사합니다. Good morning. Najmi-san, arigato. Ame-chan, ohayo, ohayo. Rocky-kun, thank you. Millicent, thank you. 90s best decade ever. Oh, YouTube was invented. Oh. Yeah, even if you're born in 98, it still counts as like a 90s baby. Yeah. Take care, thank you. PDA was so cool back then, and now everyone has a smartphone. And I guess as a kid, it didn't seem that cool to me. I mean, yeah, it was cool that you could click on stuff with like the little pen that it came with. You couldn't you? Like with the little pen. And then that's pretty much it for me. That's probably because I didn't really get to play with one too much. Pickerick, thank you. The only 90 tech I had at home when I was little was Sega Genesis. Play Sonic the Hedgehog 2 for hours. Yeah. Me too. For a while, that was like the only console that I had. Turcube, thank you. Early 2000s to the 90s rerun years. Yeah, up until like 2004, I would say. Redx, thank you. Yes, the GameCube. But no, that's not 90s. We'll just count it as 90s. Manitan, thank you. Does that mean I'm a 90s kid according to Ame? Oh, no. No. Some tech, I would say, and like TV and movies would extend up until like early 2004. It doesn't mean it's the same for babies. Zero Experiments Dave, thank you. Alan Patrol, thank you. A 90s snack and food review. Ooh, that would be fun, yeah. Maybe in a few weeks. On another Watson Wednesday. I'm trying to like rotate some things out that we do every now and again. Like I was thinking next week, maybe I'll try to do like a Spanish only stream, or I don't know, something else to come up with. Like I said, I want maybe like harmonica learning, or I had some other ideas for stuff. But yeah, like this and the documentary watch along, and some other things. I'll kind of like have some things that will rotate through weekly, because I like having like these kind of shorter non-game based streams during Watson Wednesday, so you know we're not just playing games the whole time. Yeah, that'd be fun though. There's a lot of like 90s snack and food I think that we could review that would be cool. K-Stamps, thank you. Not so much tech, but I remember when Pogs were everywhere. I never knew like what Pogs were until people started like comparing the two terms, because I guess I just wasn't around Pogs. Into it, thank you. For real. GP, thank you. Certified Boomer stream. I'm a time traveler. I went back. Maybe we should do 80s tech. 1800s tech. The steam engine. Was that 1800s? No. Fancy Fish, thank you. Manton, thank you. Oh, parents got me the Robo Dog instead of a real dog. They never last more than a week. Yeah, they were pretty flimsy. The Robo Dogs. Review the wheel. Caveman tech. There are some really interesting machines that people came up with that are just purely mechanical that would be interesting to learn about. There was one video I watched about... it was an automatic gift wrapper. This is before, like, it didn't use any electricity, and it would automatically, like, you would place an item, and then you'd press down on it, and you'd put in the string, and it would automatically, like, tie the knot, and tie, like, a bow around the present, but it would, like, double tie it. You know, like, those old wrapped with, like, twine sort of gifts, where it'd be... It's like the classic present sort of, like, tie around 4 sides. I don't know what to call it. Kind of rich person device. I wouldn't say rich person, but like company, like some sort of business. Hi, Callie. Yeah, Furbies. Most of chat agreed that Furbies should be even lower than Never Again. They should have their own tier below Never Again. Maybe the tier below it should have been, this should never have existed. No, the Furby permissions. Yeah, it would be okay if Furbies were just not a thing. Maybe we'll just wake up one day and nobody will have known ever what a Furby was. Somebody just went back in time and erased them completely. Whoop, 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 whoop. Where was I? Can I say I'm thank you? Yeah, there's like a one person in the chat was like, I love Furby, how dare you? Teddy, thank you. I wanted to have a dog when I was young. One day I heard a dog barking outside my room. When I found out it was a robo dog, I was a little disappointed. Aw. That is kind of sad. Crumb, thank you. I mean, my Tamagotchi died. Let's go. My Tamagotchis would die all the time. I would always like turn on my Tamagotchi and it would just be an egg again. Aww. I kind of want a Tamagotchi. Yeah, I want like a updated Tamagotchi with like really good graphics. You have to charge it with like a USB-C. They're actually being made? Really? Yeah, I want RTX on my Tamagotchi. Right. They just have a Tamagotchi app. Yeah. I think I've used it before. Is that most pet keeping games? No, it's different because it's like a separate thing, right? Miguel Macias, thank you. Sega does and Nintendo don't. Damn. Can I stay up? Thank you. Udavati, thank you. Aaron Pumble, thank you. Sonic was my very first game as a kid, 5 years old. Yeah, for me it was Mortal Kombat and Sonic. Because I would play against Brother Watson and I would get really angry because I was like a baby. And he would just beat me up in Mortal Kombat. Lit Rick, thank you. Bop It Fund. Pick Rick, thank you. Bop it, twist it, pull it, more bit. I wonder if the guy that did the Bop It voices, if he made a lot of money. Or it's like one of those things like when you hear the Mario voice actor do it, you're like, wow, I can definitely hear that it's Mario. I wonder if like when the Bop It guy says anything, if he's still alive, I don't know. When he says anything, if you could just tell, like, hey, are you the Bop It guy? You sound just like him. Have they ever got any comments like that? Yeah, I mean, maybe he's still going strong. Yeah, I wonder if he made a lot of money off that. Captain Corncob, thank you. Red Hood 777, thank you. Oh, thank you. Although I don't think tier list is that creative, but I thought it'd be fun to do for, you know, a nice short bite-sized stream as we're about to reach 2-hour mark. Comment a status, thank you. Does Bionicle count as tech? No, I think I just put it in toys since it's just plastic. Reindeer, thank you. Got any games on your PDA? I guess Minesweeper. I do not remember playing Minesweeper on that, but then again, I didn't really get hands-on experience with that. Cover Guy 99, thank you. My school offered to get students PDAs. We paid for the model that we want. Oh. Play Sonic? What? That's cool. Yeah, I guess like if you were in college around the time, that could be pretty useful. Cycle, thank you. Is there a possibility of official Ame-themed gadgets? That would be sweet. Be sweet, but I'm not sure if it's possible, maybe. What about a Ame wristwatch? Like those, like everything had those really cheap little watches. Oh, like the Ninja Turtles watch? Do you guys ever have Ninja Turtles watch? I mean, they had like watches for everything pretty much, but I just remember having like a Ninja Turtles watch. I think because you could get it in the cereal box. Nah, it doesn't let you time travel, unfortunately. Turtle power! Oh, and they also had like the lightsaber spoons in cereal boxes. They don't put really cool stuff in cereal boxes anymore, huh? You could get like the coolest toys from cereal box. Daniel Valdez Jr., thank you. I have a twin brother, so growing up, for the most part, we got our own things, like portable things, and we had to share consoles. Yeah, I didn't mind sharing consoles because then it'd be like, okay, it's Ami's turn now. Zerada, thank you. Grey Wolf WG, thank you. I remember having those password journal things. Oh, playing one of the audios is just screaming. Oh. Yeah, they had like a little memory box where you could like store stuff and also like store a little audio clip. I remember I saw videos, something like that, where they opened it and it was just like, ah! And the audio is so bad because it's like that stuff from the 90s where you recorded audio. It sounded really shit. Eric W1, thank you. Congrats on your Ami plushie. Thank you for your support. Kitty Sam, thank you. I'm watching the stream on a laptop. Well, laptops nowadays pretty sleek, at least compared to the big ass clunky ones. Danny D, thank you. Yeah, siblings, that's just what you do. You just, you fight to the death. Not really, but you fight a little bit. Steven Speck, thank you. Yeah, I feel like I've read this word, but I didn't want to say it aloud because I feel like I mispronounce it. Dysentery. Yeah, isn't that like you eat something septic or something like that, or is it dehydrated? I have to look it up. Diseased. Oh, an infection of the disease. Yeah. Doesn't it happen when you like it's when you have a parasite? Right. Dysentery. You died from pooping? I see. Hamsters X1, thank you. I used to have a Walkman which is able to get TV signals, so it's able to listen to stuff like that 70s show. Oh, it does make sense that would happen, yeah. Hey Toopy, thank you. RuneScape, farming runes in the castle. PvP Zone was a horror game. Yeah, the RuneScape did have its scary moments. Greg D, thank you. George Foreman Grill, still very popular. I'm surprised. Aaron Pupple, thank you. Yeah, opening and closing a George Foreman Grill was pretty exciting. Alright, hold on, I think I found some art I'll use for the thumbnail. Dun, 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 dun. Do 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 do. Wob wob wob. Wob wob. Alright, I use this one. Probably. Oh, I love the fill tool in Photoshop. Alright. Almost done with super chats. Milky Dachi, thank you. The oven is so cute and cool. It sucks! Miguel thank you. You destroyed everything you touched. That's not true. Not all of it. Number 2, thank you. Oh, Heelys, yeah. I never had Heelys, but Brother Watson had Heelys. As a kid, I was not really that interested in using like mobility things. Like no scooter, no skateboard. I think I used pogo stick. That I did try. Yeah, no scooters, no skateboards, no rollerblades, no roller skates. No bicycles, nothing. Just only ever a pogo stick. I think maybe as a young kid I had like, oh no, I always wished I had one of those little cars. I almost put that on the tier list. Those little cars that you could drive around as a kid. I never had one, but I had friends like that had one, and it was really cool. I wish I had one of those little cars. I mean, I kind of wish I had one of those today. Can I ride a bike now? No. I bet if it was an emergency and I really needed to, I could probably figure it out. But I just... You know, right off the bat, if you gave me a bike at this very moment... No, I would not be able to. Although I did have a bicycle with training wheels. Yeah, it was like pink and purple, and it had like these little pom-poms at the end of the handlebars. And I would ride it to school with Brother Watson and like another group of kids. For a little bit. I remember people would make fun of me for my training wheels. What's wrong with training wheels? Number 10. Oh, wait, Matilda Hecker, thank you. Yeah, Furbies are creepy, right? Furby99, thank you. Amelia Watson themed Furby. You know, I would be surprised if there isn't already something like that. Hollow EN Furbies. Actually, you know, they would be pretty cute. Well, I was just thinking, like, if there was a fauna Furby, it'd be like a really nice green color. And since green is like my favorite color, I think maybe I'd think a fauna Furby's really cute. No, please no. Hello Furbies. Couldn't you see? I could definitely see like a pink Callie Furby with like her little crown. Oh. I'm letting the stretch. Jesse the Happy Guy, thank you. One of my teachers in high school way back had a furry that would randomly speak in a distorted demon voice when everybody noticed it. Had no batteries. How's that possible? Yeah, I've heard of things happening like that with Furbies though. I almost said furries. With Furbies, that is wait, a Furby's the original? No, never mind. Lynn, thank you. Yeah, you're welcome. Multi, thank you. Oh, thank you. Yes, I'm almost done with the thumbnail. I just gotta get a Switch Sports logo. Kiss me. Arzip, thank you. Can I stand? Thank you. She made me feel old. No, what? If you're a time traveler like me, you don't have to worry about that. Eric W1, thank you. Well, thank you. Geoff Hargis, thank you. Air Hogs. Oh. Air Hogs. That sounds familiar. Oh. Yeah, there's a lot of 90s stuff that I missed. I guess this is like an RC thing. Yeah, maybe we should do like 90s toys or something. Although I don't know. I'm not sure. A lot of these images I removed like logos and things. So you can't tell exactly what it is, you know? I think with toys maybe might be pushing it a little far. Depends. Oh, 90s fashion. Instead of 90s fashion, maybe we should do like just like fashion from all across different decades. You know, Sekimas, thank you. Too young for this. Oh, well, then it's an educational stream. Just in time, thank you. Mom, get off the phone, I'm trying to play games. Alpha9571, thank you. Oh, the Boys Easy Bake was creepy crawlers and it would make bugs. Oh my god, yeah, I remember that. Yeah, Brother Watson and I had one where... Was it the one where you melt crayons into like different shapes and stuff, and so you'd break up like different pieces of crayons that you had, and then you'd put them in the molds, and then you would like heat it up? Or is it the one where you'd make it you'd make candy? Gummies, yeah. Okay, I only had the crayons one. The creepy crawlers. I think a friend or something had those. I remember the gummies for it. Or maybe I'm just remembering it from a commercial. Crayons. No, I didn't eat them. I didn't eat the crayons. Crayon. Am I saying it wrong? Benito, thank you. It's illegal to play EAS sounds. Emergency alert. System sounds? Oh, really? Nuh-uh. Maybe if you're like on TV. On TV, yeah, that makes sense. You probably like, or on radio, like you can't play it on radio for sure, or like on TV. I broke the law? I'm not on TV, I'm not on a network. I'm on a live stream. It's for educational purposes. Although I wonder how that would work if you argue, because let's say like an American company wanted to go to court with like a JP company, because of the laws in America for like copyright stuff and whether or not something is educational. I wonder how that would work. Because if like somebody's trying to sue someone in one country from another country, you would have to do it in a specific court system, and then you'd have to abide by that country's laws. I wonder. Yeah, let's not find out. Teru, thank you. I'm a bail fund. No, it's fine. It's fine. Game Boy SP is the best. Saved my life. Yeah, the SP Lite. I still have like the. Oh no, wait, the SP Lite. Didn't the SP have? Oh, maybe not at the time. Yeah. I used to have a. I still have my Game Boy Advance Lite somewhere. It was like a pink, like that pink clear plastic, and it was bendable. So cute. So cute. It's somewhere in storage. Yeah, as I say, it wasn't the SP backlit. I think the Advanced had the lights. Eric W1, thank you. I want to say I used to own a Furby, and we left it in the closet while the battery was dying. The voice sounded like a demon. That is really scary. I'm glad I never had one. They just looked too creepy. And the fact that they can talk? No, thank you. Arthur, thank you. Yeah. Game consoles. Growing up is the best. So, Ori, thank you. Retro junk food review. Yeah, we should do that next time we do a tier list. I don't know when. Probably like not for another month or more. But yeah, next time let's do that. Done lights, thank you. Oh, nice. Margin 8, thank you. A blast from the past. Let me. Is this Amedoko? Let's translate. Amedoko, 감사합니다. Thank you for watching. Thank you for the big. Wait. Super. Okay, didn't mean for it to be that loud. Sorry. Thank you. I say 02, thank you. Oh, thank you. Serious X, thank you. A blast from the past. Sorry if I hurt your ears. Oh, I'm sorry. Boss, thank you. Moondog, thank you. Dial-up sounds were my jam. I'm sure somebody's made like dial-up sound dubstep or something. Oh, 100% factualist. Yeah. Try to be as accurate as possible. Like, thank you. You're welcome. Seekan so thank you. Shijima Centennial Case Files by Square Enix. Some GP members played it. That does sound cool. Live action mystery game. Oh, a live action? Live action. It's like real people with real people? I've seen like some of those real people type of games where it's kind of like a visual novel, but what do you call it? Literally a video game. It's not really that much of a game though. As real people. Oh, FMV. Yeah. What is it? What does FMV stand for? Full movie video? Fully. Yeah, like Super Seducer. Full motion video. Alright. Aren't there like visual novels? Not visual novels. Aren't there PC games that were like that came out in the 90s, in the late 90s? It's like a point and click. Not blue, thank you. Oh, and it was all like pixelated too. A ton, really? cool. I remember watching a video on one of them. It's kind of insane how now almost everything here can be found on a phone. Yeah, I mean, except for the Easy Bake, I guess. You still can't cook stuff inside your smartphone. On the George Foreman Grill, but yeah, everything else has all been condensed into a phone. You can look at maps on your phone. You can watch movies on your phone, listen to music. You can't make labels. Phones still don't print. They don't print or cook. But everything else. Yeah. What are they gonna make, like, you guys know how the DS had the Guitar Hero attachment? They should have stuff like that. Oh, well, I guess they do have stuff like that for phones, because they have game controllers now that I'm thinking about it. So that you can play, like, mobile games. I want more, like, phone attachments. Phone peripherals. More. Make more of them. Where's the phone attachment for, cooking? Yeah, a little electronic cooker so you can make an egg or something using your phone. And then... I was gonna say, where's like that phone attachment for printing stuff, but I'm pretty sure that's a thing. Because you can now connect like a little printer via like Bluetooth to your phone and print images. So they already have that, I guess. Yeah, phone attachment for Bop It. That's what I was thinking of originally. Yeah, I need a Bop It phone attachment. More plastic waste. I know it is crazy how much waste it all produces. I think about that like when I order packages, like everything comes wrapped in so much plastic, so much. I wonder if one day, like in the future, we'll look back and be like, damn, we used a lot of that for nothing. Well, now people are coming up with really cool stuff like mushroom plastic, like plastic wrap made of mushrooms that takes less time to decay. I don't know. I think that's real. Sesama, thank you. Oh, wait. Furby review stream. No, I'm okay. Not blue, thank you for the big super chat. Dubs were a bit before my time, though. Yeah, I feel like a little bit for me, too. Although I do remember using dial-up to play, like, RuneScape and Neopets. And Club Penguin. Ricky Boy, thank you. Kitty Sam, thank you. I have called you cute on Twitter, really? Ricky Boy, thank you. Attack Goalie, thank you. Papa's barking, but my window's open, so I don't want to talk too loud, just in case. I'll just whisper. Attack Goalie, thank you. I broke one of those Nokia phones when I fell on it trying to skateboard for the first time. Had a Nokia-shaped bruise on my hip. Oof. It broke? Damn. Wait. Funsky, thank you. Allow me to check outside my window. Okay, never mind. Random question, thank you. I shared it from the 90s and the SNES. Mine still works? Lucky. I remember, yeah, there was one time we had a big garage sale and, you know, we're kind of hurting for some money, so we sold, like, pretty much everything that we had kept from the 90s. Things like our Sega Genesis and the Super Nintendo. The Nintendo 64, I think we kept that one. Yeah, everything else got sold. Sorry, my chair's very squeaky. Matchin 8, thank you. Batman 89, Batman Returns 92, stream watch along. Oh, Batman Returns is even a Christmas movie. Do I have to watch one before the other? Or can we just watch like the Christmas one around Christmas? Because I'd be down for that. It's Zero, thank you. Gonna saw my pet shrimp. Yeah, she saw them. I even showed her. She really wanted to see like the... Because I said this before on stream. It was actually in a member stream. So first time saying it publicly. But yeah, it was like a day where she was coming over. And I wanted to plant some new plants that I had bought online. And I finally got them in the mail. And so they're like water plants. So you're supposed to put them in the tank. And my tweezers, my plant tweezers that I use to plant stuff in the tank are really sharp. And usually I shake around the tweezers a little bit inside so that nothing is in the way when I stab the plants into the sand. But there was a shrimp in the way, and unfortunately, it died. It died. It was my fault. I never had anything like that happen before, and I felt really bad. And then Guda and Fauna were there, and I showed them the shrimp, and they were like, we should hold a funeral for it. But yeah, Guda really wanted to see. She's like, let me see. Whoa. She's like, let me pick it up. I'm like, no, what's wrong with you? Yeah, rest in peace. Deleted file, thank you. Lucan, thank you. When I was 5, I used to rip out the magnetic tape and floppy disks and VCRs and play with them. Oh, yeah. At least with the VHS, I would like pinch out the film and like play with it a little bit. Torton the Thunderbear, thank you. Pistol Toys used tiny red powder caps and made a real bang and boom sound. Yeah, I used to have those too. Oh, they're kind of scary because they're so loud. They still sell those today, I think. Maybe. Isu, first superhero VTuber, thank you. PSX came out mid-90s, not gonna be in the list? Yeah, I didn't put it on the list. I should have put it in the list. That's just because I didn't really grow up with one. But yeah, that would definitely be in the best. Of the best at the very top. Let's just pretend that it's there. Here, do this. PSX or just PlayStation 1? There we go. Okay, we got 99. Thank you. School that offered it was middle school. Oh, a PDA in middle school. What for? I'm a snail, thank you. First rated M game? Mine was Eye of the Dragon for PC. First rated M game? I don't think I ever had any rated M games growing up. Like, I didn't even have GTA, because I didn't really have, like, PlayStation or Xbox until I was like later on. Does Mortal Kombat count? I feel like Mortal Kombat I mean, it probably doesn't have a rated M rating now that I think about it, but it was pretty gory. Violet Crow, thank you. Don't fall for fake campaigns or fake emails. Okay, yeah, I think everybody should be pretty careful about that. Like, if you get a text and it says it's from, like, your bank or something, you know, don't click on it. Vince Parent, thank you. Remember those watches that came in tins at fast food places? Will those count? Yeah, I guess that is tech, but it's just like a clock, so maybe not. Oh, how about the calculator watch? I should have put that on here, damn it. The calculator watch. Clunky as hell. I still remember thinking it was kind of cool, though. Wait, thank you. Thank you. Jason Dreams, thank you. I like when the screws got loose inside the N64, you could shake them around. Yeah. Teru, thank you. Have you ever seen some IMAX G3 aquarium? I don't think I actually have. Or maybe I've seen an image. Oh, yeah. Cool. I want one. Can I buy one online? I wonder. It's cute. Although I don't like how people put colorful pebbles. I would make it look more natural looking. Maybe I can find one online. Cute. The Mac Aquarium. Arthur, thank you. The Game Boy Color printer and camera was so cool. I never had those attachments, but yeah, those do sound really cool. It's incredible, thank you. Rajilao, thank you. Yijun, thank you. Victus, thank you. Mortal Kombat was the reason why the ESRB rating even exists. Oh, so I guess technically my first game was a rated M game. don't know, growing up, the Watson family, you know, they let us watch some stuff maybe that we shouldn't have as younger kids, like South Park or The Simpsons, and mostly like those types of cartoons. And maybe some movies. There's some weird movies that I watched as a kid that I don't really remember that well, but I remember like some scenes. Like Silence of the Lambs, I'm pretty sure I remember watching like one scene and I only remember that one part and I don't remember anything else. Yeah, Beavis and Butthead. Yeah. Saw. Oh, actually, Brother Watson was invited to a Halloween party one year, and they were watching like, it was like Texas Chainsaw or whatever. And I do remember seeing it there. It's like one of those things where like you have to take Ame with you. You know how sometimes that's how it is with siblings? Like you have to take your little sister with you. What? Mom, God. Oh, Ren and Stimpy. Yeah, the Watson family was huge fans of Ren and Stimpy and like Animaniacs. The Animaniacs. Mom Watson still, even to this day, really likes the Animaniacs and Pinky and the Brain. Alright, that's everything for the... Let me finish up the thumbnail. I didn't finish. I just gotta get the Switch Sports logo really quick. Damn, I wanted this stream to be pretty short. So it was like bite-sized. Alright, well, I'll end the stream. I'm gonna finish up while we're in the ending screen. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you very soon. I'll probably take like 15-20 minute break just to do some things really fast. And then we're gonna play Switch Sports. Oh, I have to connect my graphics... Not my graphics card, my capture card. Oh, okay. Yeah, 20-minute break probably, so I can just make sure it's working properly. Alright, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for hanging out. I'll see you very soon. Goodbye! I'm gonna try to schedule the stream right now, so I can redirect you guys to it. Alright, it's done, it's done.